Afternoon everyone. So this is number 2. True to my word, it is going to be once a week. Yet again I'm out on the slice of paradise. You are going to hear people in the park because it seems that the people of Greater Fulham and West London have decided to social distance themselves from their own common sense and are currently in parks where they shouldn't be. But that's fine. We're going to move past that and drink delicious wine, and life's going to be great because of that. Some feedback from the last video. Probably the best piece of advice was, it was really good, we really enjoyed it, but maybe less dicking around on camera and just get to tasting the wine. So that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to be a little bit more zippy this time. I'm not going to muck around and explain what I'm doing. We're just going to taste a wine, and then next week we taste another one. So this week is actually weirdly another aromatic style of white wine. There's someone out there. That's nice. Another aromatic style of white wine. Is a Viognier from France. Obviously from France because I've said it in the French accent, that's how you know. It's from southern France in the Pays D'Oc region, which is down towards the Mediterranean and covers basically the border area from Spain all the way round to the edge of the Mediterranean there. This is from the Languedoc-Roussillon, and it is the co-opt Irresistible range of Viognier. When I bought it, it was on special offer. It was £6 a bottle. It normally retails for £8, and again, it's not really a grape that I have had lots and lots of, but I have had it a few times, and I think it's a superb grape and something a little bit different. It's incredibly aromatic, and like Riesling, it does have its detractors. People aren't necessarily that in love with that kind of aromatic style of white wine. The grape itself requires a really late harvest because the grapes don't develop their signature aromas until late in the season when the sugars have been developed in there. And because of that, sometimes they can turn out and edge out on the slightly sweeter side. From looking at the bottle of the wine, the back of the bottle though, I can see that they've added ascorbic acid, which means that they've acidified the wine to try and take that little bit of edge off it, which a lot of wines do, especially in the south of France where it gets really hot. And that's not a bad thing. That means that the wines that you are tasting have an incredible balance to them. And that's really important. So I have an expectation in my mind. It's going to be aromatic, it's going to have peachy notes again, probably some honeysuckle, maybe some stone fruit, and Viognier's probably signature spiciness as well, but it's a soft spice like gingerbread, and some stone as well potentially. This is a large production wine. It's made by a producer called Paul Mas, who has close to 2,000 hectares of different wines around the region of Languedoc-Roussillon, and because of that, he produces wines of all qualities and standards. But I believe, and the Paul Mas brand has an incredible reputation for really high quality wines. Fun fact: they do actually have a sense of humour because they make a wine called the Arrogant Frog. I'm looking forward to trying that when I can get my hands on a bottle. So we're going to taste this wine. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to sniff it as well, the water this time. Okay, screw cap again, perfect, 2 for 2. Now I'm not going to be drinking this alone because Maxine is now back. The wife will be able to drink some with me as well, but this is just for us to smell and taste. So we're going to swill it, and we're going to look at it, and then we're going to taste it, and then that's it. Okay, so say someone's having a really bad afternoon out there. we've got sort of a pale lemon colour. Yeah, and it is aromatic, definitely. You've got some really light peachy notes. There is some gingerbread there as well, but it's more gingery, like fresh ginger, not and dried ginger cake type flavours. It's not like the sort of Christmassy gingerbread. Some acidity as well, which smells like sort of a little bit gooseberry-ish, or maybe, I don't know, some lemon, and I don't know. Yeah, I think it's blossomy. Like it's whereas the Riesling was incredibly intense, this is a little bit more rounder and a little bit more. That almost happened. A little rounder and a little softer. So definitely peach, definitely some apricot on there as well. Some honey, definitely. That sort of quite intense, sort of darker honey. It isn't as acidic or as sharp or as punchy, bright as Riesling was. It's a little bit more softer, a little bit more supple, they would probably say in the trade. They call it supple, but it's really well rounded, incredibly well balanced. It did probably require some acidification because of that, which makes it really nice and again balance. Balance is what you're looking for. That is, and then at the end, that finish is. What would you say that finish is? Yeah, maybe a slightly minerally note as well. Like it's, but not like whetstone. Like it's a little earthy, maybe. A little. Yeah, I think earthy is probably fair. It's not as sharp and as flinty as what you would find north towards Riesling or to Chablis or anything like that. It's just. It's much lower in the palate, a much lighter style of wine, not so intense, but really well rounded, beautiful flavour. Tonight, because of this wine and because we just got our food delivery for the Easter bank holiday weekend, we're going to have a sort of salad niçoise type dinner, but we're going to have it with some trout, so an oily fish, and actually that slightly oily texture that the wine has as well now, as if I'm sort of sitting here and waxing lyrical a little bit more, will work really nicely with that. So we're going to do hot smoked trout. We'll do it on the barbecue, which is just behind you here, and just a nice sort of light, sort of early summer, late spring style salad. That'll be perfect. And that's the wine. It's an incredible bottle. £8 from the Co-op. I highly recommend it. If you do get a chance, do go and go to a Co-op. Their wine selections are incredible. And that is the wine. Thank you very much, guys.